Hey guys, how's it going? KhasAdun here. It is recording good. I just wanted to do a quick sort of state of the channel. State of the channel. I think that's what I'm going to call these video. Just to sort of give you guys an update on where my channel is going to be going and the things I'm going to be doing in the future. Crud, I didn't even think about how to start this. So I've noticed, a little oddly maybe, that I've been working on this channel almost every single day. No, well, almost, I guess, if you count the last week or so. That was really busy. That was Thanksgiving week at the store, and I'm a front-end manager, and so, you know, it's so busy on those during that time that you get home and you just can't move. It's not that bad, but my brain certainly was not interested at all in recording or editing or anything that whole time while I was dealing with the Thanksgiving rush every single day. And it's gonna happen again, unfortunately, because Christmas is coming, and we unfortunately happen to have you can just see the pain. We have a post office in our store where you can send out packages, and last year we had 2 days, maybe 3 days in a row, where you show up, you go to the post office, because that's what you're supposed to do, if that's your job. We have customer service people, and you are trained in post office, Western Union, and customer service, and you have to do all three, all day, every day. Anyway, so you show up, you go to the post office, and you send packages, and you ask them all the questions, anything liquid, fragile, perishable, hazardous, put on the international stickers, make sure you know where it's going, make sure the zip code is right, otherwise they'll blame you if the zip code's not right because it was their mistake, but they don't want to admit it because they're customers and they're never wrong. And you do that for the entire 8 hours that you're there. If you're lucky, you'll get a lunch break. If you're really lucky, you'll get a bathroom break. But you just stand there and you do this all goddamn day for 2 days in a freaking row. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. I hate it! Okay, anyway, so that's just to let you know that things are going to be slowing down with the channel again as we approach Christmas, because it is the busiest time of the year for everything that sells anything, even the post office, especially the post office. Oh god. Anyway, this is not what this video is about. What I want to make this video about is future plans, is sort of a new-ish direction. I'm going to be reinventing my channel once again, and I do this every once in a while, and you'll notice that things will really slow down on the channel. Things will become somewhat lackluster, and it's usually during that time that I'm kind of getting, I don't know, maybe bored with things or whatever, and then I think of ways to make it interesting again, and I reinvent something. I do something different. So last time that happened, I decided I wanted to start making more cinematic type of Let's Play videos, and now I'll be honest, I'm getting a little bored of just doing Let's Plays. I don't think there's anything special about them, frankly. They were back in the day. The first person to do a Let's Play probably was, you know, awesome, you know, because it does have this very friendly or social element to it, which is awesome in my opinion. But I've never been a very social person, is the problem. So I don't know if I'm very good at something like that. What I am good at, though, is being very creative and creating lots of interesting stuff. So what I want to do is, right now I'm playing through Legacy of the Void, and before I start playing games online, just because that's just my tradition, and I understand that tradition a lot of times can hold you back, which is why I'm reinventing this channel, because it would be very easy to say, well, you know, I've been doing this since February, and it seems to be working, even though I've only got like 57 subscribers at this point, and like half of those aren't even there anymore, I think. But I'm still going to do Let's Plays, but I think I'm only going to have one series at a time instead of 3, which used to be 4. So I'm going to drop the Fallout series. I'll finish up what videos I've recorded for that. No one's watching them. No one is watching them. So I think that's fine. Nobody cares for the Fallout series. And I'm not terribly interested in continuing to produce something that nobody cares for. So I'm going to drop that. It's gone as soon as I'm done uploading what I've recorded, which is still a good few couple hours or so. So that's about 4 or 5 videos left. Because we've got the next one coming up. I've got a few videos left. I've recorded for about, I want to say, maybe 3 more hours of content from that coming up. And I'm splitting the videos up into smaller sections as well. I have decided, that it would be a little bit easier to watch things if they had a 20-minute time limit on them instead of going on for 40 minutes sometimes. Now for big things, series finales or series premieres, ooh, there's dust. I intend to do, ultra long videos for that. Just as, sort of special. I think, series finales especially ought to have their own time to shine, because it's the end of the entire series. That's the last of those videos that you'll see, so I think I want to do something special for those. But here's what I'm really thinking. I'm gonna have one series going. It's gonna be the Soul Reaver series. I'm thinking I'm gonna drop the Dovakarl series, but I have just begun to do some really interesting stuff in there. The Mighty Bitchmaker, and I have some other things that I want to add to it, but it's not necessarily stuff that I only can do with the Skyrim series. But the Fallout series I'm going to drop as soon as the videos are done. The Dovakarl series I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer, and if no one is still watching it, that's gone. And then I'm going to focus on my Soul Reaver playthrough. There will be a lot more of those, by the way, because I notice people watch those, and I'd rather do stuff that people care to watch. Just crazy, I know. And you may remember, by the way, this is the next thing I want to focus on a lot more, because this is the kind of thing I'm really interested in here. This is where the creativity is going to come out. I think it's possible. I did a video a while back called Skyrim Reporter with Carl Falsbag and the frost trolls, and he goes and looks at the endangered frost trolls, and Bjorlam kills them all. I thought that was really fun, and that came about. I guess I can tell you the story, not that anyone's going to care, but I was trying to figure out how to create interesting, fun videos and how to keep it fun for myself, because this is what I want to do, but I don't want to get sick of it. And I think the only way to do that is to work on my strengths. You can only grow from strengths. And not only focus on strengths, obviously, if there's something you're lacking, and try to bring it up, but mainly focus on your strengths. So I began to think, if there were no YouTube, if there were no way whatsoever to share any of these videos that I was making, what kind of videos would I make? And that's how I thought of the the Skyrim Reporter series. So when I did that video, by the way, it was never meant to be just a one-time thing. I'd always wanted to do more of those, but I'd put this weird sort of constraint on it where I could only do those videos after I'd gotten past that part in my playthrough. And so that really held that thing back. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to either have a separate save if you guys want me to keep going with the Dovakarl series, but nobody cares too much about it. Or, I'll just drop the series altogether, but continue doing the Skyrim Reporter. I've already got 2 ideas for videos that I want to do. They're going to be fun, I hope. They should be cool. And then Fallout, I want to do something equally interesting with Fallout, but I'll have to think of what you could possibly do in Fallout. I'm thinking of maybe, I don't even know, advertisement types, like you build a structure and then do an advertisement, come and live here, we've got all the amenities for taking out raiders. I don't know, just off the top of my head, that's an interesting idea, but I'll have to figure it out. It's got to fit with Fallout. Although it doesn't have to, I suppose. Skyrim Reporter has absolutely nothing to do with Elder Scrolls whatsoever, except that that's where it's set. Obviously, there's no video cameras in Skyrim, but I just thought that would be interesting to do. And I touched on the Legacy of the Void thing. I'm trying to get through that, and then I'm going to start doing the online stuff, just because that's a constraint I'm okay with putting on myself, because that's what I've always done, and that's just what I want to do this time around as well. But as soon as I'm done with that, and I'm doing it off camera because I've tried two Starcraft series playthroughs and no one seems to have cared, so I don't think that's my strength anyway. But I do want to get back to casting games, so I'm going to get back to that as soon as I'm done with the Legacy of the Void campaign. That should be interesting, and that's exactly the kind of thing I love to do, is something that you can really spend time crafting. You got the game here, you cast the game, and then I can add in little things over it, little tips and overlays and things that really turn it into something different from just footage, you know? And that's what I find so interesting about this whole process, is not just recording gameplay, but also turning that gameplay into something more. And I think that's where my strength is going to be as I move forward. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing this, I've said already, but I want to see how it works. And I know that change isn't easy. This is something I'm learning myself, is it's easy to get attached to a certain identity and say, no, this is who I am, this is what I do, why would I change that? That's my identity. But it can hold you back a lot, and I've done this before as well. In fact, I came so close to quitting my job as a supervisor because I didn't think it fit me to be telling other people what to do, because I've never done that before. But I saw this video on actualize.org that said, what you must do is learn to let go of what you think is your identity and pick up the skills necessary to go further in life and grow. You know, tradition is the opposite of progress, right? So I understand that it's more worth it, in my opinion, to continue to reinvent my channel and make it more interesting to me and hopefully others. It'd be better to do that than to say, no, I just do Let's Plays and that's just what I do. And also I'm getting kind of bored of it too, though, honestly. Like, it feels like the same thing every day. Like, oh, okay, I gotta record Skyrim, and then I record Skyrim, and then, oh, okay, let's edit Skyrim and record Soul Reaver, and then I record. So, here's what the new channel's hopefully gonna look like. I'm gonna have my Soul Reaver playthrough going on, and I'm gonna continue and do all the Soul Reaver, and then there's a bunch of other games I wanna do. But I'm gonna get rid of these big, epic playthroughs that I thought were gonna be the crown jewel of my channel, but no one seems to care about them. And, you know, that's fine with me. I don't care. It's whatever works that I find. And, you know, I do get, I feel it's easier to put extra effort in editing and make things more unique with those big playthroughs, but that's not the only way in which I can exercise my need to be creative. So, I'm gonna have my Soul Reaver playthrough, and hopefully I'll be able to bring it up to a place where there's like twice as many of those videos. So I'm thinking like every other day I'll be releasing a Soul Reaver video, because people are watching it, and that's the first time I've had more than one person interested in a series that I'm doing at a time. So that's cool. I'm gonna keep going with that, but then I'm also gonna be doing every once in a while, hopefully somewhat regularly. I'm always gonna be working on one of these videos, either one of those Fallout things that I have yet to figure out, or Skyrim Reporter. And there's so much I can do in Skyrim Reporter. It's actually kind of ridiculous. There is a lot I can do. And I mean, some entire missions are something you could do with like Carl and his video camera. It's gonna be fun. And then I'll be doing casting as well. And the reason, by the way, I don't know if you guys care about this, but the reason that the casting went away for a while is because Legacy of the Void was in beta, and it is impossible to get to know a game that is changing every other week. It's impossible. So there's no real way. It's still very new, but your strength as a caster, the thing that wows people, is your ability to predict what someone's going to do next. And in a game you do not know, because it keeps changing, it's impossible to predict what they're gonna do. So now that it's finally released and somewhat finalized, they're still gonna patch it and stuff, but it's not as hectic as it was back in beta. I can bring that back as well. And the other thing that made it tough was the game would get updated so often that when I'd go and look for replays, they would already be outdated, and there wouldn't be anything uploaded that is current. So there's a major lack of just footage as well. But that's all going to be resolved, so I'm going to bring that back. And I've got a Starcraft video, one of these co-op things. All of a sudden, my voice has just become unhappy. Am I recording? Yes, okay. Don't scare me like that. Okay, so anyway, that's gonna be the new State of the channel. Sorry it took so long. I know I said quick video, but it was not. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want me to continue any of these series. I don't think anyone cares for Fallout, and I don't mind dropping that. It will give me more time to play it for myself anyway, and get to know that world more, and then that might give me some ideas on something more interesting I can do than just a playthrough in that game. So, yeah, let me know if there's anything that you have maybe a problem with, or what you think of this new idea, this new direction I'm going to be taking the channel. I think it's cool. I like the idea. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. And hopefully I will actually be worthy of people's attention. As weird as that felt really creepy-ish to say, but what I mean is, hopefully I'll be making content of some quality that people will want to see more of. That's what I mean. Anyway, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this State of the Channel video. And as I progress and figure out the identity of this channel more and more, these videos are going to become more rare. But as you know, I'm still in the early stages of this channel, still trying to figure out what it is I want to create. But this is a good direction to head in, I think, and I think there's going to be more of these videos as I continue to narrow things down and twist the knobs and all that. But anyway, once again, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.